it's Jacqueline here with your Monday market update for Northumberland County, and today is November the 4th. Last week, we saw a total of 17 homes sell in Northumberland, which was down by 35%, and we're currently sitting at 649 active listings, which is down by roughly 37% from last week. Now, those are pretty big drops in terms of the number of sales as well as the number of active listings. And before we get too scared and think this, sky is falling, Chicken Little style, I do just want to point out two key factors that impacted those numbers last week. First and foremost, we were at the end of the month, being the end of October, and we do find listing agreements do tend to run out around that period of time. So we saw a pretty significant number of listings expire on our systems last week. We also saw a lot of sellers who haven't been able to sell this year yet decide to take their homes off the market. So again, as we get into November, it is a bit of this kind of overall understanding or feeling among home sellers that often feel, you know what, I haven't sold as of yet. Let's just try it again next year. So we do tend to see a significant amount of listings come off the MLS during this period of time. The other important factor when it comes to the number of sales and seeing a pretty big decrease in that is that we are having an election tomorrow. Not in our own country, but our friends to the south, if you've been hiding under a rock, I'm sure you know by now, are going to be dealing with a pretty big election tomorrow. So we also do find when it comes to elections, be them in our province, country, or our friends to the south, do have a pretty drastic impact in terms of the market. And a lot of it just comes down to distraction, that consumers are watching what's happening over the south of the border, watching the elections. Let's be honest, they're a lot more entertaining down there. So they're not out there buying and selling real estate as actively. And then, of course, the other factor last week was it was Halloween. And so anyone who has kids out there, it's actually a pretty busy week for us as we're dealing with sugar highs and whatnot. So again, those little factors do actually have a pretty big impact, my apologies, on the market from week to week. Now, with all that being said, let's look ahead to what we've got in store for you this week. First off, we've got an amazing property coming up in Coburg's West End. If you've been looking for an affordable bungalow, this one might be for you. Features 3 bedrooms on the main floor, 1 in the lower level, fully finished basement, 2 full bathrooms, and it's going to be listed at $639,900 to be specific. The second is a gorgeous heritage house in the Colburn area. If you've been looking for something that's particularly unique and has an amazing character and charm, this one might be for you. Features 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and one of the best parts about this property is a detached coach house. It could be used for an apartment, it could be used for your at-home business. So many different possibilities with this property, and it's going to be listed for you later this week at $965,000. Till next week, take care and stay safe.